All right, you guys. This is the part where people are giving their opinions about the assault and battery and why Alalia is doing the rally. Have a great day, you guys.
Players. So it appears that Alalia Everett is prepared to do any and everything under the sun except apologize to Kaelen Tucker for striking her over the head with that baton, causing a concussion and a possible skull fracture. They done held a rally outside of the IC Norcom High School last night where 50 people attended in support of her. It was organized by another athlete's parent. Let's talk about it. So as we all know, Alalia Everett is at the center of this track attack that occurred at a championship track meet last week in Virginia. As we all know, the video has went viral and it appears to show Alalia striking her opponent, Kaelen Tucker, over the head twice with her baton. Now, the family of her opponent has decreed and declared that she has yet to take any responsibility for this and not even do the bare minimum of apologizing. They also said that the school, the track coaches, nobody has reached out to them to take any type of accountability for this situation. Now, Alalia has maintained that it was an accident, that she did not mean to do it, that it was an accident. Where she appeared to cry, and she again stated that it was an accident. However, even accidents warrant an apology, and she has yet to issue an apology. That's according to the family, and that is part of the reason why they pursued charges against her, and now she has been charged with assault. So, last night they held a rally outside the IC Norcom High School in support of Alalia, and she did speak. Unfortunately, I can't play you guys the video because it's owned by somebody named Rain Media, and I'm not trying to mess around with no copyright, but I will share it on my Twitter. She said, it was very brief what she said. She appeared to have tears, a little laughter in there, and she said, I would never do anything like that. I would never harm anybody. I'm not a fighter. She also said that she wanted to thank everybody for supporting her. No one is listening to her but the people that know her. Again, she took no accountability, zero, zilch, kaput, for the young lady that now has a possible fractured skull and a concussion. I don't understand this. I don't understand this because, she's a kid. And I get it. She's a 17-year-old. The frontal lobe is not quite there. But she's an athlete. These are fundamentals of being an athlete. And even though she's a kid, she got grown folks around her that is not instructing her to take accountability for this and at the very least apologize. You can't make this make sense for me because that would have been the first thing that Deanna Scott or DJ did. Apologize for that. Accident or not. Apologize. Girl, bye. My stomach hurts.
Well, you guys, it's official now. Alalia Everett, the track star from Virginia who hit her opponent, Kaelen Tucker, in her head last week with a baton, was charged with 1 count of assault and battery. That charge is a misdemeanor. I think almost everybody saw this coming. Of course, Alalia did that interview where she says the baton simply got stuck on the back of Kaelen's shirt, and as she was running and pumping her arm, she lost her balance and accidentally hit her. And honestly, after I saw that interview with all of the crying, I thought she might be telling the truth. But after I saw the other angles, I was like, hey, no way. Now, on the very off chance you haven't seen the video yet, here it is. She didn't stop to check on her or nothing. She finished the race. People are literally calling this girl the Tanya Harding of track. And instead of apologizing to Kaelen and taking accountability for what she did, she gave this interview crying about how she would never do that on purpose and that's just completely out of her character. But it seems she's only crying because this has blown up and she possibly ruined any chance she has of doing track in college or getting a scholarship. Look, here are some of her accomplishments. As you can see, this girl was a very gifted runner and she probably could have taken it pretty far. It just goes to show you that one stupid act out of jealousy can change your entire life.
Did y'all hear about the group of people that went to go support that girl that hit the other girl in the head with a baton? Like, no, it's the fact that she's literally on the news whomping like, oh my God, I didn't mean to do that. If you know me, then, baby girl, we don't know you. We know that video looked very intentional though. And I think the worst part about it all is the fact that your parents is not even letting you take accountability for the issue. They just letting you cry. Like, what? Last time I checked, you're not the one with a fractured skull. You shouldn't be doing no crying. Like, if anything, you need to be grateful. Like, I can understand the support because a little bit, just because, like, I know people that sent death threats to her and been bullying her, and that's definitely not right on no type of end. I don't give a freak about what happened. But for her to still sit up there and boo-hoo and cry like she's the victim, you're about to piss me off. I have literally ran track before. Like, my balance is the worst, okay? Never, not one time did I swing my arm out and almost hit somebody else beside me. Like, come on. If anything, I slowed down so I won't fall on my face. You doing this is definitely making you fall on your face. Like, come on.
So that high school track runner that allegedly hit her competitor with the baton has been charged with battery and assault.
Details about a moment caught on camera during a track meet in Virginia. A high school athlete accused of attacking her opponent. ABC's Andrea Fujii has the latest.
This morning, a high school track runner accused of attacking her opponent with a baton now faces assault and battery charges. But she insists it was an accident.
I'm sorry I hit her. I didn't mean to hit her. It was intentional.
It happened during a relay race at the Virginia High School League Championships. Kaelen Tucker was passing Alalia Everett when Everett appeared to suddenly swing her baton, hitting Tucker in the back of the head, sending her to the ground. Everett says it happened because she lost her balance.
So I'm like this in the air. I catch my balance, pump my arms. She's cutting in, so when I pump my arms, she got hit.
I just felt a bang on my head, and then I fell off the track immediately.
Tucker suffered a concussion, and the judges disqualified Everett, who says intense public scrutiny quickly followed.
Death threats, racist people, people making fake accounts to talk and harass me on my page.
Tucker's mother saying Everett did not apologize. The family blames safety concerns at the track.
She wanted my daughter to run over there in front of all these people that may jump on her because they thought she attacked the other runner.
The Everetts have since apologized. The assault and battery charge would be a misdemeanor. No court date has been set.
The court of public opinion is not on Everett's side because even though she says that it was an accident and a bad camera angle, many people believe that the hit was intentional, especially when she was talking about how people should consider her feelings even though she physically harmed another person. It just comes off as that she's not really sorry. She's just sorry that she's facing consequences for her actions. Do y'all think this was an accident, or do y'all think she let her inner thoughts get the best of her?
You not gonna tell me that was an accident. You not gonna tell me that was an accident. We running. Shorty took the baton and cracked her over the head with that. You're not gonna tell me that was no accident. Do you know that when you run track, they teach you good running form? Do you know that you do drills all the time for how to run? Do you know that when you're doing some of those drills, you are literally still side by side with some people who are going to be in that race? You got caught literally sabotaging the competition. Crack Shorty right over the head, and now you upset that everybody is like, hey yo, that's crazy. I'm not going for that, and neither is most people. You know that a few more times, and you could have killed that girl. Like, I'm talking about, she could not be here on this planet. It's an aluminum pipe. It is an aluminum pipe. Not because of how heavy an aluminum pipe is, but because you're hitting someone in the head while they're literally doing an anaerobic exercise, aka without oxygen. Imagine sprinting as hard as you possibly can and somebody throws a soda can at your head. That could have went real crazy, and that girl need to be ashamed of herself.
So she has officially been charged with a misdemeanor for basically hitting her over the head with her baton. Now, she's saying that she got caught up on her back and whatever, and it was an accident. I think two things can be true at the same time. I think there's a possibility that your baton did get caught up, but then that doesn't explain you karate chopping her in the back of the head with the baton. That doesn't. The first thing, okay. The second thing, no. Because if you got caught up, just drop the baton. You didn't have to, like, put your hand back and swing it at her head, causing a concussion and a possible skull fracture. Like, yeah. So if you were planning on going to school with like a track scholarship, man, that's gonna be all the way gone with this misdemeanor. Sweetie, there's cameras everywhere. That thing is viral, and you are now charged with a misdemeanor. I hope it was worth it, because you possibly could have threw possible avenues away for your future.
To the parents of Alalia Everett and any adult that is making excuses for that young lady and her actions with hitting her team, well, the person in the head with the baton while she was running track, y'all ought to be ashamed of yourselves. See, it's parents like that that condone the foolishness of their children. At the end of the day, you can put the video in slow motion all you want. Her running technique says it all. You can say that the baton got stuck on the other girl's arm, underneath the other girl's arm, and she tried to catch her balance and went to running all wild and hit her with the baton. But she hit that baby with the baton. Period, point blank, the end. The apology was bull crap. The acknowledgement of what she did was bull crap. The parents trying to cover it up and make excuses is bull crap. Y'all wrong. She hit her. She hit her. She young, she dumb, but it's you grown adults that's making excuses for her young, dumb actions. It was really sad. It's not even her fault. Because I would continue to do wrong too if my parents are going to back me up and hold press conferences for me to tell a lie 1,000,000 times.
The fact the parents of Alalia Everett that was on the track team that whacked that other girl with the baton, the fact they allowed her to go on national news and drop fake tears and say that she accidentally hit the other girl, that the baton rolled up her back, is insane. First of all, let's talk about accountability. She did not hold herself responsible of the situation that took place. Neither did her parents. You don't just beat someone with a baton because they about to pass you up in a race. You can literally see in the video when Kaelen Tucker passes her up, she then raises her arm and aims straight for the back of her head. That's not even the part that gets me. She continues to finish the race off while Kaelen Tucker steps to the side and she's holding her head. It was said that she was diagnosed with a brain concussion. There's no competition that serious that makes you want to result in violence. And then the crazy thing about it is Kaelen Tucker's parents said that Alalia and her parents knew that their daughter were injured. And they did not even reach out to her to make sure she was okay. They heard nothing from them after it took place. Not only did you beat this girl in her head, you continued the race, you went on TV trying to justify your actions, but you and your family didn't reach out to her knowing that she had a concussion. A concussion you caused. But she's a minor. She's not the one to blame. The parents are. So, update on the baton whacker, Alalia Everett. She's now recently being charged with assault and battery. This whole situation could have been avoided, but because she physically assaulted somebody, now she has to deal with the consequences behind it. She went on TV and cried and said she was getting bullied, death threats, and that Kaelen Tucker was physically hurt, but she's not thinking about her mental. Well, of course she was physically hurt because you whacked her in her head. Although you're receiving death threats, and I'm so sorry for that because nobody deserves that. You knew better. And the audacity of your parents is atrocious. They literally allowed you to go on TV and cry, fake cry at that, and play victim when you were not the victim at all. The victim is left with a cracked skull and a concussion. And to say that the baton slid up her back is totally insane. Video evidence shows that you purposely whacked her in her head. Nothing rolled up her back. So you can't continue with the false narrative because when the video is shown in court, you're seen as guilty. I don't care what angle you look at. Every angle showed that you purposely hit her in her head. And this is just another learning lesson for you because you're still young. I hope you learn from the situation.
Young lady, now what did we learn? Alalia Everett, what did we learn now? Now there's an update that she has been officially charged with assault and battery. Now, I'm not saying this could have 100% been avoided with a little bit of accountability, but I'm saying I think this could have been avoided with a little bit of accountability and not getting on camera and playing the victim. And the fact you kept going in angles. We just kept getting more angles. We had people dissecting it. You still had time to be like, hey, the heat of the moment, you know, I was very competitive and I'm so sorry for what I've done. Look, I just did an apology. But instead, double down. Wait, where are your parents? Because y'all could have still said, you know, sorry. But now you're being charged. What did we learn, internet? Accountability is very important. All right? Now, Miss Everett, I hope things go well for you because I know a lot of people aren't wishing you the best. But I hope you take this as a learning example and learn to take accountability when you're wrong.
Alalia, baby, I don't think them tears gonna work, okay? Alalia Everett, that's the black girl who had hit Kaelen Tucker, I think I'm saying her name right, in the back of her head with her baton when they was doing the 4x200 dash. Alalia said it was an accident. She did not do it on purpose. Alalia said she lost her balance, and when she regained her balance, somehow, some way, the baton came full force in the back of Kaelen Tucker's head. Alalia Everett said she's tried to apologize, but Kaelen Tucker has just blocked her on her social medias, and it has now been reported that Alalia Everett actually got served with papers to go to court. Alalia says she'll never do nothing like this, and she's not understanding why people took that 9-second clip in a bad angle the wrong way. Alalia, I never ran track before, but I know if I see somebody hurting, I'm going to say, fuck that race. I don't care how bad I want to win it. I'm going to say, fuck that race, and I'm going to go check on the person that I just hurt, okay? You continue to go give us all love. I got to win, I got to win, I got to win. I honestly don't think those tears going to hold up in the court of law. Don't forget, we have video footage of everything going down.